Hello everyone. Say hello to Kenna. She's the newest addition to the family. She is a black lab, and you'll be seeing more of her obviously as time goes on, but you might be hearing her too because she's just a little puppy and she might whine a little bit or whatever, but she'll be joining me on camping endeavors and things like that. So if you guys have been watching for a long enough time, you'll know we have our cat May, our dog Phoenix, who is a Shih Tzu Yorkie, and now we have Kenna. And we just got her 3 days ago. She's pretty chill. 100% black lab. So anyways, what I've decided to do is, in preparation for this one day to be a room, this would make a good space for a closet. And so I'm going to build out 2 walls. I'll put the door on this side, and then inside of here the bottom portion will be like plywood with varnish or something to keep any spray out, and then I'll put a plywood top just over all this, that way you can open the door and access it. And then up here will all be shelves and closet space. So it kind of, is the best of both worlds. My other idea was to build this up and put like a blue flame fireplace in here, but it that just kind of didn't feel right with the space. So the living area, if you will, is over there, so to have a blue flame way over here just didn't seem quite in the right spot. So what I'm going to work on is getting these walls framed in, and then we can get that sheetrock on there and stuff like that also. So maybe you'll see the gap in here. This is level, so that is how much that the wall is unlevel. Okay, my camera battery died, but we did get the walls up and the sheetrock on, and this door, which was over here, worked out perfectly over here. The frame itself, though, is missing this little catch strip. You can see here, needs that for that side, but closet. But then the lid will just sit on top. I'll put like a 2x2 or whatever runner on the side, so it just sits on top nice and tight. And that way, if it needs to be accessed, it can be accessed, but this will be a good usable space now for a closet. So Alright, I'm really happy with how this turned out. It fully encloses the sump pump and makes this closet now into a closet. It feels good, it feels clean, and that makes me happy. On a secondary note, it should quiet down the sump pump, which was already, like, you can't hear it. But for anybody that's sleeping down here, if it happens to kick on, it should be quiet, I guess. I mean, we have gotten so much rain the last few days, and the sump pump has grass clippings in it from 3 days ago, so it hasn't kicked on in this whole time. But regardless, alright everyone, so we are still working here in the basement. It's been quite a few days. I've just been working on the mudding portion of it, so I'll show you guys the progress. This is my third container of mud. Each one is 4.5 gallons, so I'm 9 gallons in. And hopefully I don't need all this. I shouldn't. There's not much left, but the key, I think, to the mud is to make it nice and watery. So this is the progress that I'm at. The seams are taped. I have a couple little touch-up areas to do. The walls are sanded. I just bought fine grit sandpaper, so I can kind of do the finish on those. And then the ceiling, I have to put a little more mud in some spots because it wasn't a wide enough gap. But a lot of sanding work, especially being that I don't do this all the time, so I'm not obviously a professional. I expect it not to be perfect by any means, but I like it already. I'm proud of it, is what I should say. Here we are, a few days later. Everything's sanded and picked up, vacuumed up, swept up. Let me show you guys that. Looks a lot nicer in here. I just was working on that. Now the old people left some cans of paint here. So this is primer. I got about a can and a half, can and 3/4 of this Exerior primer, and then about a full can and a half of sealing soft white paint. So I'm gonna get a coat of primer slapped up on the ceiling here. Alright, so we're laying down our first row here of the flooring. A couple of key things: you want to grab pieces from different boxes, because as the different runs go through, they're going to tend to have different colors. So if you randomize them, it helps. And then to do this proper, you want to measure out your room, figure out if you're going to have to rip down one of these pieces and split the difference so that they're even. But because I'm going over the span of 2 rooms, as far as what the eye can see, you're never going to notice on the far side if there's like a little piece, you know, like a 2-inch piece, and then here there's like a full-length piece. It really doesn't apply super crucial to this situation. This is the underlayment. It's a double waterproof foam. They make different kinds, but I just went with this stuff. This is just your standard whatever. And yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and lay a couple rows in here, get a start on this. I want this flooring in this main living area to be done by tomorrow. So right now it's about 9 o'clock at night. I'm just going to sit here and put rows in and see how far I get. Alright, so you can see we've gotten a lot of the flooring put down up to the post. I'm to the point now where I need to take some of the stuff that's over in the other room and slide it into this room so that I can continue to kind of keep moving on. I'll grab a blank piece, put it up against the wall, and transfer my line, which that way you don't have to sit here with a carpenter square or an angle finder. You just can run it up, mark your line, and you have a 100% positive line, because this could be 45, it could be 35, it could be 42 and a half. You have no way of knowing, so transferring that line works pretty good that way. You like it?
I don't think it's upstairs.
Huh?
I don't think it's house.
Oh, I tell you what, you can play with that later tonight when we get this mess all cleaned up, okay? Yeah.
Where does go with?
Right now the shelf's backwards. Yeah, there you go. It's pretty close, especially being they were over the span of 2 pieces. Awesome. Okay, so we got the major mess cleaned up, but let me just show you guys. This is my most proud piece. It's just, I'm happy I cut that thing that close. But yeah, here's what it looks like all throughout. Rose is already down here moving around her toys. That's alright. So it looks pretty good. Obviously, we're not anywhere near being done. We gotta do trim work. This post needs to get painted. I have to put, I'm actually gonna use the flooring around the base of that to like trim it out. And then I just have to sand this one joint and then paint the rest here. But I was talking with Sam and I was gonna use this flooring as an accent wall back here. And this is where the TV will be. I was gonna put it back there, but then I thought, you know, this would actually look pretty cool, I think, if we put it on here. So now I went and grabbed some tools. I just want to see it, and I don't know, whoever made this, they did a pretty terrible job. Just in the fact that, for one, it doesn't sit on the base like 100% right, so we have to deal with that. But then, I mean, the stairs, I don't understand. They had to cut the corner of this 2x6 so that the door could close. I don't know why they did that, but we're gonna take off the screws, remove these boards, and I need to see what's going on with these stair jacks, if they have load on them or not. I don't think they will, but if I can, I'm gonna put those boards up as like a backer. But I mean, this thing is just so jacked up. Like, this frame doesn't even match that frame, so we gotta take a peek and see what's going on here. But yeah, let's get these ripped off and check it out. There we go. There, now we can, well, I'll have to kind of rebuild the 2x4s underneath, but it's good and straight now. Awesome. Alright, I gotta go make some lunch, and guess we'll get back to you guys later. Baby girl. What you doing, kinda? Finally got it. Okay, and this is what it looks like. A little bit of overspray, but I tell you guys, I was struggling big time with that sprayer today. I let it sit for a couple hours while waiting for the second coat, and that really got things sticky in there. But I think it will be fine. Got it all cleaned out now, so I'll show you the front. Still gotta untape it, but that looks really good. I've been waiting to do that for pretty much since we moved in. So I'm real happy. Could use one more coat. I'm gonna let it dry. I gotta get another 5 gallons of paint to do the back and the soft fit and stuff, but that looks really good. Fine. So just let it down. You can. I got this end. You got that end. Okay. Just let it down. I don't know how heavy it'll be, but.
Go.
All right.
Go. Go.
You ready?
Go.
Alright, here's that window. It's nice. The other one we couldn't even see out of, so this one's way nicer. I'm leaving the side work here, all this, leaving that until winter or fall, so that I have something that I can do indoors. But okay, everyone, so here we are in the bathroom. We got all this ripped up, and I'm going to end this video here by saying you can see we have a nice space between the tile and the tub, and we have about 100 boxes of this nice white porcelain tile. It's pretty stuff, but it's smooth, and if you hop out of the tub and you step on the porcelain, you're gonna flip on your butt. So that is an issue that I don't want to deal with. They left us also some of this wood grain that I thought of splicing in, but after taking a more thorough look at the work done here, not only are the lines crooked and terrible or unlevel like crazy, really bad. It's hard to show on camera, but just trust me, it's terrible. And I thought of retiling it, but after looking at the expense of everything, because when we go through and redo this, I want it, like we're going to put a new vanity in, probably a new toilet in at the same time, and when you add up the expense of the tile, it's like, man, is it really worth it? That's the problem. This isn't a $400,000 house, and so working on what this house is and what it deserves, I'm thinking of going with a pretty light colored linoleum. that looks like tile and only cost me $1 a square foot, which in this room would only be about 100 square feet. There's 85 tiles I counted, about, you know, when you add all this up, it'd be like 85 tiles in here, some of them partial, whatever. So I'd probably get a 12 by 10 piece of linoleum and slam it in here. Bust up all this tile first. But yeah, it's just expense over what it's worth. You gotta draw that line. So ultimately, I think that's what we're gonna do. The light color will brighten it up really nice. It'll cover up, you know, that. And it actually might be a tinge bit warmer than tile, but not by much. I wish they made laminate or vinyl that was like heated, that you could put an in-floor heat under, but I don't know if, I don't think they do. But that's where we're at. That's the next little step. And then on the stairs, which will probably be pretty soon, next video, the stairwell, it's gonna get painted white, and then we're gonna put this fancy little runner down the middle of it to spruce it up, and having that on the wood will also quiet it down when you're walking. I do have to fix a couple squeaks. I'm not a big fan of the squeaky stairs, so the carpet will help, but it won't be a for sure fix. I have to get in there and screw it down. And then the walls are getting sheetrocked all the way up. So we're gonna re-layer all that sheetrock that's already there. This side's gonna get tricky because we have a lip happening right there. So that's gonna get a little tricky, but it's gonna get re-sheetrocked. This will get sheetrocked. And white staircase, but these stairs are a little different. They don't make them like this anymore, but they're notched out. And nowadays they do like the stair jack style, like we seen on the hot tub, where they're cut like that. This piece here. So yeah, but overall, I am super pleased with this floor. It is pretty, and this space feels warm, clean, and so much bigger. Definitely so much bigger. So you guys know that the primary push for all of this was because we've been having a lot of family come visit us, because now we live far away, and you know, every other weekend people are coming up, and it's just a nice spot where people can take a break. You know, we come down here at night, or let's just say they'll come down here at night. We'll have the TV set up for them, a sitting area, a sleeping area. We still have to get that egress window in. A sleeping area. They can have a closet if they want the closet. And if Sam and I have another kid, we'll wall it off. And this will be like our bedroom, probably, down here in the basement. But also for resale. Wall it off. Boom, you just made an extra $15,000 to, I don't know, $30,000 by adding a third bedroom. And so it makes this space extremely usable, and very, very pretty down here now. So that is where we're at. So I've kind of working my way in the bathroom just because I have this leftover flooring that I want to do something with. And ultimately I want this bathroom to be kind of a area for Samantha where she can have a special little makeup station, probably over here in the corner. I'll put like a little desk, if you will, vanity, if you will, for her, and she can get ready, or have like a dedicated spot for her makeup, which also ties into us having another child, and this being our bedroom. This will be like our space. So just a lot of futuristic thoughts here, and I don't even know if we'll live here that long, but someone will appreciate it if we don't. Alright, I will see you guys in the next video. I'm going to be tossing out some camping videos here, because it's just that wonderful time of year to get out and have some fun. And yeah, so thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.